every show, because again, the title of the show is Hour of Power. So you'll hear me talk about that word power and different aspects of that word power. Today, I'm going to give you a more in-depth breakdown of that word power, because we're only week 3. And I want to make sure that we're getting this and that we're understanding this. So as farther we go into it, I won't have to keep breaking it down for you guys. We can just jump in and start the lesson. But the P in power stands for position. Understand that where you are is where you're supposed to be. Where you stand now is where you are supposed to be. So God has intentionally placed you where you are. You are for such a time as this. Your current position is not an accident. It is part of his divine plan. Understand that. If you go over to Esther 4 and 14, it says, and who knows but that you have come to your royal position for just such a time as this. So understand it's not a mistake. It's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. If you're tuning in, if you're catching this as a replay, it is meant for you to hear this so that you can understand that no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're enduring, you are right where you're supposed to be so that God can work in your life. So now that you know that you are positioned, just as Martin Luther King, because we are referencing Martin Luther King, just as Martin Luther King began as a local pastor, but allowed God to position him for global impact. Y'all see how he went all over the world, all over the United States and different parts of different countries, being able to share um, all of that he was doing, even with the civil rights movement and things of that nature, speaking on peace.